Good morning. How is everybody? Please say hello when you get here. I love to know that you are here and I'm interacting with you. That's the whole point. It's human interaction at work again. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in Anubis or the Akashic beings of light. I'm not exactly sure. They're both lurking around helping today. I'm going to bring them in to get things going. Okay. Greetings and welcome from Anubis. There are so many interesting energies available today. It's as if you can choose from a tapestry of different textures, qualities, colors, focuses, all kinds of options. So we're glad to be with you and participate with you today. You have taken our recommendation from the earlier presentation at 7:30 to bring out that which is lurking in the shadows, to bring it out for healing, for restoration, for reorganization, get it out of hiding. That's the best way to deal with it. Put it on the table and look at it from all angles. Front, side, back, the other side, bottom, top. Look at the issue. There is so much that is easy right now to let go of. The energies are very fluid, very changeable. They're changing quite fast, as you have probably noticed. And so we would say take advantage of these. It's as if you are in a boat floating downstream and you can pick off pieces of your personality characteristics or ways of being or default positioning that no longer work for you, and you just throw them out of the boat. Just let them go. Let them go. They're not serving you anymore. And so as you are here working with us, listening, shifting your energy, we are so pleased. We are pleased to be with you now. All right. Anubis wants. My phone is doing some funny things. Here we go. Oh, due to poor wireless connection, we're having a little difficulty here. Okay. Stephanie Ansley Miller, I'm seeing you. Trying to let go of the idea of control with my volunteer job. I'm sorry, my phone is having a terrible time connecting with my volunteer job. I want to understand. My phone is just flipping out. Well, this is not so good. All right, let's see if we can. Good morning, Peter Fairfield. All right, let's see if we can't get back in touch with you. Sorry about that. Every now and then, the technology just is really difficult, really problematic, and I don't know how to avoid that except for to go through it. Good morning, Peter Fairfield. I'm so glad that you're here. And Stephanie was talking about how to let go of her control at her volunteer job. And I wasn't able to see the rest of the question there. So I'm going to see if I can't bring it in another way. You guys are so patient with me. I certainly appreciate it. Let's see if I can't tune into this on my laptop, because that's where we're going. Okay, great. Let's see what we got here. So Stephanie has asked her question. She writes it in comments, which is exactly what you can do if you want an answer to your question. She says, I'm trying to learn to let go of the idea of control with my volunteer job, ? I want to understand what this experience is trying to help me learn. Well, my sense of the volunteer job is that you're trying to let go of the volunteer job. You're not trying to learn to let go of the control of it so much as to know when to move along. And it may be something that you resume at a later date, but right now it's just not as relevant for you. There's just a little bit of reticence in your heart. I feel like your heart is kind of folding in around you and almost wilted looking, and rather than being vigorous and voluminous and right on target with what you're doing. So your heart's not in it. Your heart's just not in it right now. And it might be time to take perhaps even call it a leave of absence or something like that. Good morning, Peggy. Have you got a question for me today? I would love to talk to you. I'd love to help you, whatever you want. Okay, let me see, Stephanie, if there's any other information. I do see that there's one person with whom you have kind of a battle of the wills or conflict with, or, this person thinks things should be done this way and you think things should be done that way. And either way actually serves the purpose. It's just a matter who gets to kind of run that piece of the show, who's in charge. And so letting go of your piece of the show might be a good idea, and allow that one to take its place, or that woman to take its place. And just getting rid of some things. Oh my goodness, look at what I did. There we go. Good morning, Heidi Bergum Jensen. How nice to see you here. Now, as regards the energy of today, you might all of you might be looking at the destruction element. When I was pulling cards for earlier this morning, one of the cards that we pulled, this is the shadow edition of the Threads of Fate deck, and we pulled the destruction card. And look at all those interesting things that are in there. The eyes, the radiance, kind of the wise eyebrow parts that are plants. It looks like plants or herbs. They remind me of sage bundles for saging, sort of smudging spaces. But anyway, the destruction card is the let go card, right? It's essentially saying, let the old go away as it will, so that you can bring forth the new. And I think the wilding card, which was also pulled this morning, is representative of putting down our swords and shields and not doing war with what we're warring with, or releasing the conflict to the divine, so that things can be moved along, so that we can be moved along in the path. And it seems like with the volunteer job, Stephanie, that it's just not enough room for you to play. It's not a big enough playing field for you. You know, you're thinking bigger than they are. And it might be time for you to at least step down for a short amount of time. Now, the third card that was pulled earlier this morning is the honor card. And this is the glyph that's on the backside. And for me, that's the stake, where I stake my honor. That's the grounding rod, the pin that holds me centered in my own values and organization and understanding of life and reality and energy and what's going on for real here. And the card says, this attribute is your uprightness, your uprightness. And now you remember what you stand for, incorporating it into everything you do. So there's something that's just not quite in alignment with who you are and everything that you do about this volunteer job that would be best released, at least for the time being. You don't have to marry that idea, but it might be, maybe just say, I'm taking the summer off, or something of that nature. I love to see everybody here. Please do put your questions in the comments. I want to help you. I want to make this work for you and be of service here. I love being of service. Heidi, did you have a question? I'm so happy Heidi comes all the way to us from Denmark, I believe. And Peggy, you're here every week. Are you just feeling the energies, my dear? Is there something I can do for you that's more direct? Peter Fairfield's watching. I really am glad you're here. How can I help you? There must be a question that's lurking in your mind or your heart that is seeking energy and movement. Let's see. Me, I have to get a little food in me right now. A little awkward, but anything that feels like it needs attention, I would love to be that which is the attention putter on you. Stephanie, Yes, the video did cut off just while I was answering your question. I had to log back into Facebook. It just wasn't connecting thoroughly. It was flipping in and out. So you're right. So I continued answering. So I hope you caught that as well. And I continued answering your question as soon as I got re-signed into Facebook and corrected that technological issue. The bane of my existence. So the joy of being a one woman show here, and even if my sweetheart was here, he's not exactly the technical kind of guy. So how is your day going? What is what is it you're feeling today? How did you feel yesterday? I felt like I was up against the wall. I was like, I'm sick of trying so hard. Oh, Heidi's got a question. She says, yes, it is almost everything here. My client for some time is not. Oh, I have big issues with depression, sleep depression, or deep depression, sorrow. You can I feel I can handle it, though it is heavy, but it is common. It is come and go for some time with the same thing to work on. Let me just tune into you, Heidi. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, sometimes the depression feels like, what are we doing here on this planet? You know, your client has these big problems. And so your client has the depression problems, not that you have them. Ah, okay. Well, the client, that's a different issue. The client is using depression as a shield, so she doesn't really have to participate in life. And she does this because it's it's been an ancestral method of handling the difficulties of reality. And the client finds, everybody just leaves her alone so she can just do what she wants, and she's not, nothing big is required of her, as long as she's depressed. And there's some physical reasons why she tends towards that, and I think it's kind of dietary. 7 clients in a row have had depression. Wow. Okay. So for you, Heidi, do not lift them with your energy. What I have to do often with clients who feel like, oh, I have no idea how to help this person, I can't do it, or it's too heavy, or oh, not another one of these issues, is to let the divine take over. You don't have to lift them, you don't have to change them. There's nothing that you need to do. They are not bad, they're not wrong, and they don't need to be fixed. All you have to do is just get it, receive it. You understand. You're aware. And when I see a client and I don't see them as something that needs to be fixed, changed, adjusted, any of that, I just get the client for who they are, see them for what, try to see them through the eyes of the divine, try to love them through the heart of the divine. There's that prayer that I love to use, the divine birther prayer, and it helped me to see as you see it, to see through your eyes, and help me to love as you love. And when you inhabit the light of your soul, Heidi, and you look through the eyes of the divine and you open your heart as the divine does, you get to see how these clients are exactly where they need to be. They may be mucking about in the bottom, in the mud, and it's hard to not want to fix it for them. And they may even want you to fix it for them. However, the process that they are in is one of becoming clear on, do they choose to stay on this wavelength? Or are they choosing really to make a shift? And are they just saying, yes, ma'am, and yet, oh, yes, I want to shift. I want to shift. I want you to help me. They may not. And it's all right that you understand this. And if you're seeing through the eyes of the divine and loving through the heart of the divine, then you understand that these people are perfectly where they need to be. And people need to muck about in the mud at the bottom for a while until they get really tired of it. And sometimes they don't tire of it in this lifetime. It might be next lifetime when they actually find the tools to shift their consciousness and raise their vibration just enough to tap into the next level up, the vibration up, that allows them to begin climbing out of the hole of depression. And it's mostly, the point is that if I see them and love them right where they are, exactly as they are, rather than seeing them as needing to be fixed or changed, it helps to lift the burden off them. They're already judging themselves as if they need to be fixed or changed, or there's something wrong with them because they're depressed. There are dietary reasons. Mostly this may not be true so much for Denmark or that area because the wheat is grown differently, but the wheat here in the United States is definitely causes depression and ailments and digestive disorders, so their bodies can't uptake the minerals and vitamins and proteins and food elements that these people need to physically help themselves. Now, some of these clients also, 3 of the 7 clients drink too much. And that is more their issue, is that their drinking is taking over their lives and is not, not the fun thing it used to be. It's not the answer. It's not the coping mechanism that they'd like it to be. So they'd be best off trying to at least reduce their drinking, but probably they need to quit for a while, at least 3 months, get it out of their system and start to exercise some different solutions, exercise some different options. In that way. As 7 is an interesting number. You're on the way to 10. You're getting ready to heal. 7's like a lightning strike. You're waiting for the lightning bolt. And, the lightning bolt is you. You like that, huh? Yeah, I think that was a good answer. The guides are so good that way. They're so wonderful. They help so much. And they do it lovingly. Woo, for number 7. Okay, yes, the number 7 is a lightning bolt. And you're the conductor of that lightning bolt. You bring that energy in and you ground it in the earth. And that's all. You just be you. You're the healer. And sometimes the healing is just stop and wait. Just say yes. And there's also the of course treatment that has helped me a lot. I learned this from Dr. Linda Howe, my Akashic Records teacher. It's the of course you feel depressed. Of course you feel down. Of course you wish you felt otherwise. Of course you feel heavy. Of course you feel that. The world's in horrible condition, and humanity has never been worse to one another. Of course, there's a lot to see and to know and to be aware of that is not uplifting, that is scary, and makes me just want to dive right back into bed and pull the covers up over my head. However, you don't have to do that. Just, yes. Thank you, Heidi. Well, Dr. Linda is really good at that. I think that's one of the best little things that I learned from her. You know, it lets me go, oh, I'm visiting all these thoughts, all these feelings, all these happenings, the influences going on in my world. Of course, I'm receiving that information. Of course, I'm picking up this energy all around me in my environment. Of course, and then they're acknowledged, but I don't have to get in the bed and roll them around with them and make a lifestyle out of it, right? I just get to visit them, and then they can drift off. Visit them, and then they drift off. So it's a really good way to just cruise through the issue and not get stuck. You know, who is it? The woman who channels Abraham. Abraham says, you'll never get to the bottom of it because there is no bottom. So the fix it isn't in trying to remedy what's wrong with the world so much, but to remedy my understanding, to the remedy the way my heart is receiving this information and energy. My job is to stay connected to the divine, especially my job as the reader or the healer is to stay connected to the divine and in the energy of that divine. And then I'm still channeling that information. I'm channeling the divine's energy. I'm channeling the divine's level of healing or shifting, if there is any. And if there's no energy to shift right now, there's no energy to shift. It's fine. It also means I can stay in touch with myself. And for you, especially, you have such a relationship with Mother Earth that this honor card, really, you know, that's your grounding rod, your relationship with Mother Earth, and knowing that these are cycles. You know, that the spring brings summer and great growth and all kinds of things going on, and then the fall comes and the leaves start dropping and the earth starts going into winter mode. And you know, everything's a process and a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And knowing when to let the destruction happen is like reinvesting myself in the wilding. You know, this is the wild thing about life. All that stuff I just can't control, right? I just began yesterday to work with Mosagat. I'm not sure. I don't know what Mosagat is. So maybe you can explain it in a short explanation. That would maybe be helpful. So what else is going on here with folks? Oh, a crystal. Oh, it's oh, moss agate. I got it. It's a crystal. Oh, wow. Well, I don't really know what the beneficial aspects of moss agate are, but it sounds like it's something good for you. And I get the sense that it clears out like intestinal issues and or kind of a gut level disturbances. Yes, grounding with nature. Yes. Yes. You're an expert at that. You're so good at grounding with nature. It just comes so naturally to you, Heidi. Yeah. So my pals, where are my other buddies here? Peggy Leslie Long. Sorry, the computer was screwing up, so it might have interrupted anything you were working on bringing through. Who else has a question for me? See how wonderful one person's question can lead to a greater understanding for other people. It may even lead to, oh, I'm going to remember this for the future. And at the perfect moment, you're going to come back and your mind will retrieve this information and energy for you. And voila, then you have the remedy you need, or the little wisdom point that clicks you out of a spiral down. Exactly. That will take you up. You guys are wonderful. I love working with you. It's just a pleasure for me to serve in this way. And the truth is, I need it. I have to do this. This is my work. This is my calling. This is who I'm here to be. There's no question about it. I've been at it since 1988. So it seems to be the method of choice right now. And I hope that it helps other people. Going to wait and see if there's another question that comes through. Another person who's maybe listening from the sidelines, not making their appearance known. That's fine too. If you need to just hang on the sidelines, that feels good to you, then that's fine. I will honor that. Want to invite everybody. Monday, June 3rd is an exciting day. It's the next full moon. And I'll be doing a full moon ritual here on the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness Facebook group page. If you'd like to come, usually we use a bowl of water, a crystal, a candle, and bring a pen and paper so you can write down your intentions or any notes that you need to write down for that day. I rarely know ahead of time what the energy is going to be like. So, but there's often some really useful affirmations that go with the full moon or new moon rituals, and just more tools, things to use to help us evolve, to help us grow as we're meant to grow. And the more I go along, it just seems like whatever I'm resisting is going to persist. I'm setting up don't do this. I'm trying to block it. Whatever I expand to include, it expands to include me, and I don't have to resist it. So it feels much better if I just expand to include and let the divine be in charge. I'm not in charge. Let it go. Let it go. I'm not in charge. I never will be in charge. I like to think I am. And maybe that's the illusion of choice. Oh my goodness. You know what else I'm also doing, and I recently posted here on this page is I'm still doing the personal guidance, the little $28 one question. I email you back a channeled answer on a voice memo, so you can feel the energy in the guide's voice, and as well as hear the solutions or the answers that are brought forward. And this has been really effective for people and really affordable, very reachable financially, and it's convenient for everybody. So I promised to turn around the questions within 12 hours. And I would love to be of service to you. Maybe you don't want your question presented in public like this forum, but you'd like this $28 personal guidance on Etsy. My store on Etsy is called Soul Sorcerer, SOULSORCER.etsy.com. And you can use this as your way of getting through life, your way of getting the answers that you need. And all my guides are very interested in connecting us more deeply with our souls and with the divine. And so there's a soul level evolution and personal growth element to these answers that comes through. And they're really good at really honing in on the core of the matter, the heart of the matter, and assisting with information and energy that helps you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you very much. I'm looking forward to being with you. I will see you 9 a.m. Pacific time on Monday here on Facebook, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness group page. And I will be recording it for my YouTube channel, for my YouTube listeners. Thank you very much. And I am here to help. Thank you. Thank you for being with me, hanging in there through the technological issues. I so appreciate it.